I'd woken up next to a cold, unresponsive body before, not since my wife left me for a marriage counsellor, Dr. Dick Swab. I didn't think we needed counselling, but I guess she benefited a lot from Swab's one-on-one sessions. I was working late in the office and thinking about my luck when she walked in. I thought Lady Luck was finally about to give me a break. A woman like that would usually cross the street to avoid a fella like me, but here she was, walking straight off the pages of the ladies section of the Primark spring catalogue and into my office. She said her name was Lonnie Jouret, but from her accent I knew this wasn't a real John Hancock. Said she wanted me to follow her husband that night because she suspected he was meeting some Bjork-like. Something seemed fishy about her and her story. If I had the choice, I probably would have told her to shove it. But chief among the few things my wife left me was a drink habit to feed, and I'd already fed it 6 months' rent. You could say I needed money bad, and she was a flash in plenty. I was 2 days off the booze and ready to square it with Ernie Dichter, my landlord, so I could move out of my car and back into the kitchenette cum bedroom I'd been calling home since the split. Lonnie told me her fellow would be coming out of the idle hour, low-life dive near the docks, about midnight. She gave me a picture and I could see why she wanted him tailed. The guy looked shadier than the underside of a flagstone. When he came out he wasn't with no Bjork though. I trailed him for a few minutes before he ducked down the alleyway where he found me. I stayed in his shadows and followed. There was a guy waiting for him. It looked like it was this guy's first time in an alley. In fact, this guy looked like he'd never been in the same postcode as an alley. Next thing I know, Lonnie's man pulls a piece and shoves it in the other guy's stomach. I thought that finally, after all these years of watching fat middle-aged Joes cheating their wives, I was finally going to see something. And that's when the lights went out. Someone cracks me over the head and I miss the end of the show. Next thing I know, I wake up alongside a corpse, and the cold comfort that the piss soaking through my only suit was for once not my own.
You expect us to believe that, Blunt?
That's the Minister for Justice, what you plugged last night.
Along with the Chief Inspector's brother, you're going to be walking through a lot of doors when you're here, Blunt.
You're alluding to the bureaucracy that's choking our justice system, and I applaud your progressive attitude.
Very funny, Blunt. You're a guard long enough. You should know the only thing I'm alluding to is to rearranging your face.
My ex-wife, it's harder than that.
Well, Your ex-wife's new man, who's a shrink, was on the phone just there. He said you're fucked up enough to shoot a man in the face and then pass out drunk next to him.
Swab!
We've men searching your office as we speak.
Yeah, only we don't know where we parked it. I think it's a lawyer.
Excuse me, Inspector Harrison. Chief Inspector Tolerance wants you in his office now.
Ernie, get this man a lawyer. I'll see what the Zero wants.
Hello and welcome to the 6-1 News. My name is Anne Dobson. Today's top story. Minister for Justice I.N. Tolerance has been found dead. His body was recovered early this morning. Police are treating his death as suspicious.
You wanted me, Zero?
The Icelandic volcano has erupted once again. I.N. Tolerance was appointed Minister for Justice 2 years ago and promised a firm hand.
I made it clear to the Taoiseach this morning that in accepting the role of Minister for Justice, I felt it my duty to inform him that I would need a free hand to deal with the rampant crime evident on our streets. Going forward together, we will leave no stone unturned to root out the cancer of crime, invading practically every aspect of ordinary decency.
That was I.N. Tolerance speaking shortly after his appointment as Minister for Justice just 2 years ago. The murder of the minister late last night has left the whole country in shock. We are joined now in our Leitrim studio by the minister's running mate in the Leitrim Roscommon constituency, former Leitrim County footballer and country and western singer, Mr. Steely Resolve, TD. Deputy Resolve, what do you make of what has happened?
Well, yeah, Christ, like, 'tis a tremendous loss for the country and a sad day for us all, especially those of us like who knew him personally. 'Twas only a few hours ago I was saying to him, like...
Oh God, Dick, my brother. Who's going to be the next Taoiseach, you know?
Yeah, and you're the next Commissioner of Police.
What's that, Dick?
I know, Zero. It's terrible.
Thanks, Dick. Can't believe it. The things he's done for this country. Who would do a thing like this?
That asshole, just about every man, woman and child in this country.
I know you're upset, Dick, but for the sake of this country, we need to pull ourselves together and get a quick conviction. Has Blunt confessed yet?
Sorry to tell you this, Zero, but it looks like Blunt was set up. I think he's been made a patsy out of him.
Go on.
Zero, I know those stories about I.N. and those Japanese girls, that briefcase full of money. They're kind of murky waters, but do you know anything about it?
Those stories were leaked to the media by the opposition. My brother would never take money from anyone, let alone a scumbag like Dexter Baxter. Now, I brought you here to find out why I haven't charged Blunt yet. Guess I have my answer. Now, if he's not charged by this evening, you'll be facing early retirement. Understand? No. Fuck up.
I remember, we'd just been knocked out of the semis. I just got 2 goals myself that day. I was drowning the sorrows as you do, with a couple of ladies, if you know what I mean, like, in the rushing dove. I needn't walk.
Sure, Ernie. Sure, it looks like Blunt did it. He was practically grift-wrapped.
Yeah, Zero wants this thing put to bed, so why aren't we just charging you, I think?
Ernie, if it looks like he was gift-wrapped, it's probably because he was. Let's get back out into that alley and let's see if they left us a birthday card.